Well, from skulls to pumpkins and ghosts, there are many decorations you see every Halloween season.
So today, Auntie Ashley's going to join us from Unglued and give us some great ideas for decorations. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
Real question, has anyone ever called you Auntie Ashley since we've started it here?
No, yes. Somebody did. They came into our shop and they were like, I was wondering if there's a story behind the Auntie Ashley, and I was like, it's just Chris.
It's Chris.
It just started to be a thing.
Well, and for some context, like how great would it be if she was your aunt? You'd show up and you'd have all this stuff
She'd
here all the
have
time.
like the whole afternoon planned of crafts.
And I'd be like, you don't mind your child playing with knives, right? Fine. We'll do that.
Okay, what ideas do you have for us
So
today?
what I like about these is they're all selfishly things I wanted to make. And so that's why we're doing them. But they're all Halloween themed and they can last you for like future years. So they're not just using a real pumpkin that you have to throw away, kind of thing. That was our goal. So you get to work with doing a skull vase. So we're taking this, we could do a Frankenstein. This is a hollow styrofoam head, or not hollow, we made it hollow.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do this with our skull. To do that, you choose a glass piece or a plastic piece that you want to be the inside of it. I'm gonna let you go ahead with my unglued pen here, and you'll just kind of trace around wherever you want that to kind of sit. This is a smaller one, and it's fine if the pen doesn't work as long as you do. Oh, but it does work. That's good.
It works.
An indentation there.
It's just more operator usage. Oops.
And it's just a general idea because then you will take a serrated kitchen knife to do this. And I'll do the first one just to show you what I'm
Look,
talking
she
about.
doesn't trust me.
Now,
don't let her around
I would
sharp
like
objects.
to note, if you can handle carving a pumpkin, this is not that weird of a thing to do,
Okay.
right? Because I was like, do we really do this on live TV? Yeah, let's do it on TV. So you're kind of just, you take the knife, you stick it down, and then you rock it back and forth. So I'm
You
gonna let
weren't
go ahead
following
and
my
do that.
lines. So.
Yeah, I know, sorry. I already made it imperfect, so you don't have to have pressure. You just kind of press it straight down.
I'm trying. Auntie Ashley has muscles. Watch out, kids.
And obviously be careful. We don't want to cut our fingers. The styrofoam is kind of sticky. But again, it's a little different than doing it with
I'm
a
nervous right
pumpkin.
You just don't look over here, Chris.
Yeah, exactly. Like, can we talk about something else, Auntie Ashley?
Yes. So some people have an electric heat knife, and that, you know, it's things you could, like a soldering iron type of thing, but it's a heat knife, and that makes this project way easier. That is great. And I'll just show you the next little thing here that we'll do. All we want to do is get this out, and it took me less than 10 minutes to ultimately do it with Frankenstein's head. So I know this looks maybe more intense than I meant for it to look of the kind of craft we're doing here, but we're just kind of going to eventually pop all this out. And you can use your fingers, was a lot easier than using like a spoon.
Don't scratch my skull head. I'll rip his brains out.
And in the end, you keep doing that until it's going to fit your piece that you're gonna put in there to make it a long-term vase. So I used a smaller jar in Frankenstein's head, and I'm just gonna pop it in there. Nice. And you can kind of keep gauging how you're doing.
Almost there.
And then you just throw some flowers. You can throw some white wilty roses into my Frankenstein head. Now this is from like a super trendy blog, which is maybe why I was like, oh, I need that in my house because these people are really cool, so I want it too. But you could put a succulent in their head. The skull one is one that somebody uses all year long in their house, and it's kind of obviously a different vibe altogether, but it's just different.
I like it.
We'll move on to a little bit more normal Halloween things
I'm just going to keep knifing away over here.
Yes, just, you know, obviously be careful.
I want to finish the project.
So over here, we are doing a marquee light faux pumpkin. Now, the beautiful thing about this is you can use a real pumpkin for all these steps too, instead of using these, but these are 50% off at Joann's and Michael's, and you can use them in future years too.
Ooh.
So what I first did was created a temporary tattoo transfer with the silhouette paper. And so the silhouette is a die cutting machine. We're not touching that kind of machine. Anybody can use this as long as they have an inkjet printer. You follow the instructions, and if you go to this blog called Heidi Swap, and she's the one that sells all these marquee lights and things at Michael's and places like that, she has this free printable you can use. So it's a fancy little slightly scary cat. And after I transferred it, I put this adhesive sheet over it, and now it's a sticky
nice
tattoo. You could use it as a tattoo, an enormous tattoo that would cover your child's entire back probably. But otherwise, you put it on the faux pumpkin. Now, the small trick to this, and I'll just get it started and then I'll have you continue. It's adhesive. It's not going to lie completely flat on here. You just, like a temporary tattoo, you're going to use a wet paper towel or cloth of some sort, and you just start to press it down.
Okay.
But because we have grooves, we kind of want to press those grooves in a little bit too. So I'm going to let you go ahead and keep pressing it.
Thank you.
It kind of helps going from side to side.
Okay.
And go ahead and press that down.
Good Lord, you gave me the bear of a project
I
over here.
know.
He gets to put a tattoo
Just
on, and
keep
I'm
her
over here.
focused over there, will you please?
Sometimes when I come back on this, I'm like, wow, we chose a really intense one to do today. Huh?
I mean, it's easy when you think about it. You're just cutting a hole in something styrofoam, but I obviously make things more difficult than they need to be somehow.
Yours is also pretty messy because the foam is really staticky, so you doing it on a kitchen counter helps a lot. And you're doing great with your temporary tattoo transfer.
This one's really challenging too, Christy.
Look
just
at
so
you
know.
dabbing that.
You get to do a pretty great intense step. So we just went to the next level with our crafts today. I'm gonna see here if it's gonna nicely come off.
Ooh.
Oh, look at that!
Wow.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Are you okay?
I went to blow out the styrofoam and I blew it up in my face.
That
Came out really nice.
So, wonderful thing. You can do this on a real pumpkin, a temporary tattoo. This could be it. This is all you could do, and you could be happy with yourself that you made the easiest, coolest pumpkin ever.
Yeah.
That's
Or
good.
you can take it to the next level and make it into a marquee light.
Do
And
they have Poppy by chance from Trolls?
oh, I bet
Okay,
you could
good.
figure that out. You can make anything into a
You're
temporary
like,
tattoo.
sure.
This one is a free license printable that you can do on Heidi Swap's
Okay.
blog. So it's a little easier that way. But yes, that'd be fun. So we are going to use a drill next. Now, if you don't have a drill, you could always use a screwdriver because we want to light up the eyeballs like our guy here. So we'll turn him on in a sec. And
Wow.
what I'm going to do is create a pilot hole just using a screwdriver in an eyeball. And so this is just going to allow it so that our drill doesn't kind of bump all over the place and walk when we do it, a hole there. Justin told me I need to do things the right way, not just the fast way.
Yes.
With these. So on my cat over there, I did not do this. And I'm going to let you do one of the eyes, and I'll just do one first here.
Okay.
So I'm going to put, this is a 5/16 drill bit. You just kind of put it in your pilot hole bump that you did. And you're going to go down and just kind of go back up. Super easy, right? Because it's
Go,
it's
Chris,
hollow.
do it. Use those power tools.
And now I will get it back so it's not going in reverse. And you can put that straight down on the eyeball, especially to where we have a pilot hole. And it's not thick, so it goes in kind of quick. And just straight down,
Whoa.
and you can do it back out. Just kind of pull it out too, it's fine. Perfect. So it's a little messy, right? But all we need to do is then, if you buy these marquee lights that you can get from Heidi Swap at all of the craft stores in town, all you do is you pop in the eyeball, or the light.
Do you want me to clean yours up a little bit for you? See what
We
fits in
eventually
there?
will, yes. Yeah, you can fix mine. And then all you do is we already did what you did with a serrated knife. We cut a hole in the bottom of this, and we thread up our cute little light pack that these come with, and we turn it on, and it lights up pretty nice. It's kind of a scary cat, but not too scary.
Well
and
done.
I think I sent a picture of it in the dark, but yes.
Yes.
It kind of glows and be really fun on
That's
your
cool.
stoop. So there's that. And you win.
That is
That
awesome.
is it. You can do this all with a normal pumpkin. Our last one is really easy.
Hey, Larson,
And
do you want to use this for your...
I might need to.
So-
Do you see what happened here?
so I saved a piece of wax paper for you for this last one, so we hopefully don't get staticky stuff all over our clay. This is creating these adorable little air dry clay ghosts that are over an LED battery, tea light is what I'm trying to say here. So we just put it over that. And behind our little thing, we have a bucket of air dry clay, if you don't mind grabbing this here. And this is
tipped a ghost
so
over.
easy. Your kids can definitely handle this, unlike maybe our power tool parts that we just did. And we are going to go ahead, I'll give you this as yours. These are little rolling pins, and we're going to roll it out into a circle. It's a little sticky, so you might need to kind of rock it back and forth. We're just kind of making this into a ghost. And I like to make them a little bit larger. We're sharing some good space here, so it's going to be a little harder.
Yeah.
So that it can drape over a tea light.
And then how long does it need to dry?
24 hours is it. And all you do then, once you maybe roll it a little bit thinner than what I did here, is you take a bamboo skewer and you want to create some eyeballs so that the light can kind of shine through the eyeballs. Just press it down.
Yep.
And then we've got a little cup here that we'll put and little foil ball so that it'll create a little ghost. And you just put it over whatever you want to drape it over to create the shape.
Nice.
And then you be a little bit more careful than I did. Roll it out a little bit more.
Right.
And then you got a little candlelight.
Cute.
That's
I
awesome.
love it.
They're really cute. And we have a picture of those in the dark too, so it doesn't look like a weird little pile of clay.
And
there.
don't forget that you can always go check out Unglued's Pinterest page. Also, go check out their store if you haven't yet in downtown Fargo, or go on their website, ungluedmarket.com.
See what I'm saying? Just think if you went over to Auntie Ashley's house and got to do all this stuff. That
would be awesome.
Thanks for being here.
You're adopting
Thank you
us.
guys.
Exactly.
That'd be fun.
All right, stick around. We'll be right back. Much more coming up.